Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Super Metroid Randomizer Accessible Tournament. We have a round one matchup for you. CnEY versus FreyasSpirit. FreyasSpirit is currently one game up on CnEY, and another correction, this is actually a round two matchup. This is the second matchup between CnEY and FreyasSpirit, as mentioned before. Freya's taking that first game, and we're going to get started here very soon. Looks like our runners are ready. Actually, they haven't readied up quite yet, but we're going to get started here very soon. I've let them know that the restream is ready to boogie, and I will get Freya's screen cropped once they're started, because the black, I'm not sure exactly where it ends and where it begins. Alright, here we go. Good luck, have fun. Quit. The race. J-Jock has been removed from the race. The race will begin in 10 seconds. Here we go, guys. Everyone prepare. Good luck to the runners. Good luck to chat. And here we go. Alright, so we will crop this down. There we go. Already a very nice sync. It's looking very dark on Freya's side. I think that's just how they stream. Well, let's see what we get here for our first item. We got CnEY on the left doing a normal slow fall, as Freyas on the right does a moonfall. Yeah, Freya's game capture, it is unusually dark. That's for sure. But here we go. Gonna get our first look at the Morph Ball item. And it is, what do you know, Morph Ball. And thank you very much. I believe that is Dark Grid tracking. Shout outs to them. Going to get a look into the item in the ceiling. This is out of logic for our runners. It's just a super pack. When am I not tracking? We'll get a... CnEY's actually going to go down and check this item first. It is a super pack as well, so our runners are going to have 3 super packs to start this race off. That is a lot of supers. Still no power bomb pack, so we're not going to be able to check Billy Mays. Freya's movement, of course, very clean. They run, I believe, a 53, or maybe even quicker than that, any percent. But making some very good time. You can see what very clean movement can do. But there we go. Just look at the sync on this. CnEY went down, Freya's went right, and then CnEY went up, and then Freya's went down. But that's almost a near perfect Kriegasm elevator right there. No progression as of yet. We're not going to be able to check Mother Brain. This is when a lot of times runners... Oh, Freya's runs a 48. Yeah, okay, so I was way off. I do remember a time when they did run a 53, so it's just been a while since I actually updated myself. Yeah, you're probably right. That top could use a little bit of... A little bit more. That's better. Thank you, Dark. Commodore, welcome to the stream. Link Hero. Stars as well. Op, hello. We have a matchup here against CnEY and Freyas. Freyas taking the first match. CnEY and Freyas are back at it again at this 8 p.m. race. power bombs, we've expected it. Could have been either power bombs or regular bombs. Logically, those had to be power bombs. So now here is where a runner can really decide, do I want to go back down? Check Mother Brain, check Billy Mays. Something important could be there. It looks like Freya's might check 230 missiles just as a normal check here, and we'll get to see which runner, if any runner, decides to make that play downwards. Yes, it is 2 a.m. where I am right now. I thought, why not? Let's throw this hype race on the main channel and let's get it going. Got some super missiles again. We're quite a few super missiles already. That's now 20 super missiles. Kenny's skipping the super missile pack in the ceiling. So we'll see what Freya's decides to do here. And they're gonna go up. Not a bad play. Not nearly as many power bombs that would be acceptable to really make going down worth it. With 5, you can't really do a Billy Mays check and continue on through to... ooh, and we get Screw Attack. Billy Mays check and a Mother Brain check. You can't really do those two and go on through to Meme Route. But Screw Attack's really nice to have early on, I would say. Makes, you know, you got a lot of invincibility frames when using it, and you can crash through some enemies. It's going to be super nice. We're going to get a check here, but behind Gauntlet's just the Spazer Beam and a Super Pack, I believe. But having Screw Attack also opens up Gauntlet. Not logically, but it does open up for runners who know how to do the early Gauntlet check. None of those runners are electing to do that, however. They're just going to run right on through to Green Brinstar. Gonna get a check at early supers, Green Brinstar Reserve, and Rompompe missiles, and basement, and Edacoons. So we'll see what Freya's is going to be the first to check. It's just a missile pack. More missiles. Well, missiles are fine. We didn't have any missiles. Runners were forced to use supers here. And nice, we get some E. Oh my! And we get the Various suit right off the bat. This actually makes routing rather just wide open, because this opens up so much early on. So we have basically so much available to us with that find there. Opens up all of Upper Norfair. We don't have access to Croc logically, but we could do Croc. We could do all of Bubble Mountain. Lots and lots and lots of stuff were just opened up right there. Here we go, getting our check. It was a power bomb pack, which is super nice. Having 10 power bombs is always better than 5. And another super pack. So Freya's, depending on what they find, this is already enough to do. We're high jump boots or gravity suit away from already being able to go straight to Lower Norfair with Screw Attack. Makes traversing Lower Norfair really not nearly as worrisome as it would be without Screw Attack. You can just power through Key Hunters. Super nice. And another missile pack for Freya's. So Kenny, again, not too far behind. A lot of this could go down to what the runners decide to do. I'm very interested to see where Freya's decides to go from here. Freya's will be the first to move into Pink Brinstar here. Picks up their missile pack get another E-tank. Freya's electing to skip that E-tank. I'm going to do a Spore Spawn skip here. This is out of logic, but definitely a cool trick to learn. Freya's having a little bit of issue. Gets it on the about 8th attempt, I would say. First try every time. And another missile pack. CnEY, I assume, would be picking up this energy tank here. Going to be checking it, Mission Impossible as well. With Screw Attack, don't have to worry much about the side hoppers here, as well as Varia and Spikes. Makes the Spikes less dangerous, but still wants to be careful to conserve some health. And just another missile pack. So we're going to get our go at a Wavegate glitch, another one of the various tricks that are not in logic. So whatever Freyas finds back here will be out of logic until they find the Wave Beam. And it's just yet another super pack. Lots and lots of supers. CnEY was considering picking up the reserve tank, gave it a double look and decided to go for it. But we're looking mighty fine for a lower Norfair run. The moment we get some way to pass through the lava. Freyas is actually going to go ahead and pick up that energy tank, and this is actually the way Freyas routed this. It might actually give CnEY the opportunity to make up a little bit of time, especially skipping that missile tank there. I believe Freyas can do worst room in the game without high jump boots. It is a very difficult jump, but some runners are able to do it. Freya's most likely being one of those runners. I know CnEY probably would be a trick that they would probably wanna work for, but for Lava Dive, they would definitely want to pick up either Gravity or High Jump. And then, yeah. We'll see what they find here in the Green Hill Zone. It is X-Ray. Very nice. We're now 1/3 of the way to Microwave. We'll see if Freyas decides to go up or down. In this situation, I would actually go up. And Freyas is gonna go down. Not a terrible decision. The logic is definitely pushing you that way. We'll see what they find at Spazer. And CnEY not too far behind. This is a matter of execution. Oh yes, the logic did not account for speed, so we still need to find the speed booster. But right now, for what the players have, it's screaming Crocomire. That wave find. I'm curious where speed has to be in a somewhat accessible location. Gonna get a check here at Kraid. CnEY just right on their tails. And finds Wave Beam as well. definitely want to be taking this E-Tank. That puts him at 3. I'm pretty sure Freyas is fine completing a full run with 3 tanks. We'll see what CnEY decides to do here, whether they go straight across to Kraid or if they elect to go down first, and they're going to go straight across to Kraid. Very close matchup so far. We'll see if Freyas can get the Kraid quick kill. CnEY will be picking up their 3rd E-Tank as well. Gonna try for a second setup here. That looks good and gets it. Very nice, Freyas. Had a rough start, but recovered well. So we'll get a look at Kraid. And it's a powerbomb pack. So that puts Freyas at 15 powerbombs. Looking pretty good if they don't find ice. And we're going to get a little bit of a high five here. CnEY entering Kraid as Freyas is leaving. Going to get a look at Kraid's E-Tank. That could be something very interesting indeed, and CnEY misses the Kraid quick kill, going to give a little dance party with Kraid here. And we have Spring Ball, my favorite item in the entire game. That now solves the worst room in the game problem. So now really we only need Gravity. Getting debated by the elevator there. Gravity or high jump boots would definitely be welcomed. But something the runners need to recognize is that where Vary was found, and Speed Booster cannot be found in any heated area in the game. Not even Bubble Mountain right, because you need Speed Booster to get there. So that's going to be very interesting to see how the runners react to that logic. CnEY picking up their Spring Ball. I'm going to get a Crumble Shaft check by Freyas as CnEY makes their way down into the business center. Another super pack. This seed really likes the supers. So CnEY is really mimicking every move that Freyas has made so far. Well, I'm curious when we'll see our first big divergence. Possibly, I'm guessing the next play will probably be some pretty good divergence, given the players have 2 options. They could check Croc first. They could do Bubble Mountain clears. There's a lot open to them. The logic is pretty interesting so far. We still need to find that Speed Booster to put us back on track. But right now we know where Speed Booster must be, and it's looking like Freyas misses the Gamer and is gonna have to wait for it to come back around. Yeah, It's either Upper Red Tower or Moat, or I'm thinking Billy Mays. It could be Billy Mays, Retro Bryn, Old Mother Brain. To the left of Morph Ball, it could be Upper Red Tower. It could be a lot of different places. But now that they've basically cleared out the rest, it has to be. Speed Booster has to be in one of those locations. So if one of our runners recognizes this fact, they might elect or might not elect to make a play for that item density. Freyas is going to continue on into Bubble Mountain. We have 8 items to check here. None of them will be Speed Booster, as we know. It would be very nice if Freyas found maybe Charge or Gravity Suit. We're going to get our first check at the... goes for the Monk Ball, doesn't quite get it. Going to continue on. Goes for the second time and gets it there. Again, Kinney, very close. Very, very close indeed. Another super pack. Kinney is now elected to skip that super. And what do we got here at Speed Booster? It's another super pack, which Freyas is going to pick up, putting them at very, very nice ammo count across the board here. Got 25 missiles, 60 supers, 15 power bombs. Looking mighty fine. And this is the divergence that I was looking for. Kinney is going to... okay. Just checking the item there. It looked for a second like they were going to go straight down into Croc first, which is a play sometimes people make. But Freyas is going to go down and check Wave Beam. As Kinney's going to set himself up to make it to the top. This jump is actually out of logic. Freyas picking up another Powerbomb pack. And there we go. Freyas gonna check in Wave, and it is Hydro. Oh, baby. That is a nice find. That's gonna push Freyas right down into Lower Norfair. That is a very, very nice find. In a really good spot, too. Yep, gonna go right down. Oh, maybe not. Gonna come back up, probably take a save. 4 tank Hell Dive. Excuse me, Lava Dive. Pretty scary if you're under pressure. But Kinney making the play for Croc. I guess this could pay off if Kinney finds Gravity Suit. Would definitely make their Lower Norfair easier. Maybe Charge Beam. But Kinney's making the play to bet on Croc here, as Freyas is going to just do a few more checks here in Bubble Mountain before making the play. Got a super pack and a missile pack, so really Kinney's not missing much. It was nothing but supers and missiles, and then of course the various suit at Wave Beam. But as it stands, that's all Kinney is really missing. So where's Gravity? Absolutely. Chad. That's the kind of spirit I'm looking for. Like runners who maybe feel that some of a lot of the tricks are a little bit difficult, can learn them on the fly and not have to worry about them ever being required. Can learn them on their own pace. And it's super cool seeing runners in this tournament learn the tricks that they've watched others do, and then like maybe try to pull them off in a race. You just had to learn IBJ to complete a seed today. Nice, but now you know how to do it. And that's what's super, super cool. You keep adding stuff to your repertoire. That's super, super cool. So, as it currently stands, we do not have logical access to Rex ship yet. But here we go. Freyas is going to go for their lava dive. Croc had absolutely nothing. Not having high jump boots here hinders CnEY from checking this item here. Going to go ahead and just back out. Yeah, Croc wasn't a terrible play. But for item density, it just didn't work out. I'm not sure CnEY's going to be able to leave this way without speed booster or high jump boots. They don't have bombs. Freyas is going for the green gate glitch here to check GT. Yeah, I'm pretty sure CnEY can't leave through here, through this way. And Freyas gets it. Very nice. We're going to get a look at Golden Chorizo. Again, for those of you who are learning this game, learning this logic, gravity will never, ever, ever, ever be in Lower Norfair. Or space jump, for that matter. Freyas is going to reset here. I'm curious where they saved. Did they save after the lava dive? They did. Okay. Yeah, this is where it's really important that once you start learning these new tricks and you start adding them to your repertoire, you start to really think about where you found items and what that does to the logic. Because, for example, learning the early mock ball to early supers, finding a really critical item like Varia, you know right off the bat that no matter what, speed cannot be found in heat-locked areas because speed locked Varia. And so everything you find with Varia, you need to be cautious about where you go with that. So for example, they found Wave Beam. That's so far into the logic because we still have not found speed. So thinking about logic can really, really determine the plays you make. And still looking for that speed booster to put us on the right track. I'm curious where it might be. I'm honestly thinking Billy Mays or Mother Brain. One of those early checks that we weren't able to get to, but CnEY is going to run right into the high jump boots. And depending on the play they make, they could very well bridge the gap. Yeah, as it currently stands, power bombs are what's logic, but the admins at Varia are going to change that to add in space jump and gravity, because that jump is not accessible for newer runners, and so that will be added into the logic. I don't pretty 100% sure it won't change for the tournament itself, but the admins will be fixing the logic for that particular room. Just FYI for anyone who was wondering. Alright, so gonna get a check at Power Bombs of Shame, and it's another super pack. We now have 75 supers for Freyas. That's a lot of supers. But there are now definitely no more need of charge. Plenty of supers. Very, very nice Kagos through the platforms there. So, where does Kinney go from here? So many possibilities. If they decide to make the same play as Freyas, we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. I wonder how comfortable they are with their lava dive. Gonna do a little bit of farming here. Not a bad idea. They got 57 supers, so thankfully I don't have to farm too much. They're just gonna go ahead and YOLO it. And here we go. That is correct, Commodore. It really is one of the rougher spots to be in, knowing what we know. And if you're not comfortable with your lava dive, it looks like Kinney is just going to go ahead and go up. So they will logically run into their items that we're looking for, but it's going to lose this routing efficiency by Freyas here. The problem is, Freyas is still checking items. There's not a lot that they can find down here that would be worth it. Ice Beam, I guess, could be here. That would be useful. Other than that, Plasma, I guess, would be useful, but without charge, it's kind of useless. But here we go. Kinney's going to make their way up. And this is one of the main reasons why I mentioned at the very beginning of this seed when they found Varia. It's one of the main reasons why I would immediately go to Wreck Ship, just because of the way I found Varia. And routing wise, it would just be much more efficient for me to clear out Wreck Ship, maybe even just skip all of Wreck Ship, knowing what the logic has in store for me, and then go straight down to Lower Norfair with what I'm eventually going to be finding, what Kinney is eventually going to be finding here. A lot of item density up here. We got 3 items on the way. Freya's gonna check here. Again, ice would be a really good find. Just a missile pack. Gonna get a look at Alpha Power Bombs on Kinney's side. Going for the damage boost. Not an easy one to pull off. There's an E-Tank. So we have 3 more items to check. If neither of these are speed booster, we now know that speed booster is at Billy Mays or Mother Brain, or to the left of Morph Ball, or at the moat. We are quickly running out of spots. Freya's picking up another Power Bomb pack. I'm curious. Might be thinking Crystal Flash Clip to Botswoon if they don't find Ice or Speed but find Gravity. That could be a possibility. I would also be thinking immediately here probably Crystal Flash Clip to Botswoon. It's a very, very useful trick to learn because you theoretically you remove Ice and Speed from Go mode. And okay, so I missed what was at Beta Power Bombs. I was looking at Freya's screen. I think it was just a super pack. My cat's playing with its toy. Scare the crap out of me. Alright, here we go. We are down to our final 5 spots to where speed can be. Oh yes, and Freya's grabbed bombs. Thank you. Here we go. Plasma Beam. Okay. We now have 4 spots left that are in logic. One of them has to be speed. So that means Mother Brain Room, 2 items at Billy Mays, to the left of Morph Ball. That's it. This is going to be really interesting. Freyas is actually going to go down to Croc. We know there's nothing here. Except Freyas does have the ability to check more than what Kinney could with the use of bombs. Oh yes. Croc must be tracked. And that's actually a very fair point, Zeb. One could be Space Jump. Yes, yes, of course, yes. And then Gravity. I didn't even think about that. And then Gravity could then be in Wreck Ship. Actually, one could be Grapple Beam. And both Space and Speed could be in Wreck Ship. So there's more possibilities than I had originally made it out to be. Or it could be Gravity, or yeah, it could be Gravity, which could lead to Speed Booster in Wreck Ship. Or wait, yeah, no, it could still be Gravity. Speed at Shacktool. We're gonna see a infinite bomb jump here from FreyasSpirit. I believe we already know what's behind here. It's going to be Spazer on the left and I believe a super pack on the right. Of course, Kinney does not know this. They did not check this location on their way through. I don't think they did, or if they did, they forgot. So we're going to take a look and see if they decide to even pick up Spazer, and they don't, but they're going to pick up the super pack. Very nice. Freyas is going to do a little bit of farming. And is going to pick up Spazer, even though they know Plasma is at the moat. It's a very interesting choice. Very, very interesting point. Might be picking it up, you know, to pay homage to the great Sephi. I respect that. Welcome, Swap. Welcome. They could also be thinking Suitless Meridia. It's fair. But they do have good access to Plasma, which helps a lot. Although, Spazer does make suitless easier. Okay, here we go, guys. We have a few more item checks left. It could be, we have 1, 2, 3 item checks left. It's going to be space, grapple, or gravity. Space, grapple, or gravity. I want everyone in chat right now. Pick. Which one do you think it's going to be? Space, grapple, gravity, or speed? Yes. Space, grapple, gravity, speed. None of those things. It has to be, unfortunately, Swap. You gotta pick one, Swap. You gotta pick one. Grapple for Link, nice. I think it's gonna be space. Just to be really troll. Okay, we're down to our final 3. Left of Mother Brain. Excuse me, left of Morph Ball. And Billy Mays. So, Blue Bryn with the secrets. So as we know, there was a complete bust at Croc. Logically, there wasn't going to be a lot here. Looks like we're going to get a check at Billy Mays first, and then Kenny will probably go on through Meme Route way to get back down. Here we go, guys. 4 items, that puts us back into logic. Which one is it going to be? So Freyas does have the high jump boots. I think... Oh no, they have bombs, so it doesn't matter. It's not an easy jump to make when you're in the lava. You can do a bomb jump from here and then do a horizontal bomb jump. Okay, Kenny gets the jump, and here we go. Billy Mays has Super Pack, but wait, there's more. Oh, wow, it's the gravity suit. Wow. Okay, so that now the logic wants you to go all the way around through Forgotten Highway. The logic wants you to go all the way through Forgotten Highway. We still have an item to the check to the left. This could still be speed, or grapple or space. But the logic wanted you to go all the way through Forgotten Highway to probably find speed, screw. I'm sorry, speed or space, but most likely speed in Wreck Ship. And just a mispack. The first power bombs were at Bomb Chorizo. So runners weren't able to do this check early on without having to backtrack. Welcome, Vernon. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, so I'm curious how long it takes FreyasSpirit to check that location. That has to be the best location for Kenny, because if Freyas finds ice, they have spring ball and high jump boots. Do they commit to suitless lower Norfair? And is that enough to give Kenny a little bit of time to catch up? Oh, yeah, that's my bad. Bam. Crate down. Kenny giving it some thought. Do the right thing, Kenny. Really thinking about his next move here. Gravity was second item in Billy Mays' room. We're not entirely sure when Freyas is going to actually check that item. It's possible they might route it in here, or they might just go right on to Rex ship. But logically speaking, Kenny's making the right move here. Efficiency-wise, probably would have been good to go in and just in and out of Rex ship, take out Fantoon. Kenny is theoretically just needs ice or speed, wherever those may be. Kenny could really make some ground here by finding either speed or ice. Freyas makes a jumbo jump right over the plasma beam. Having a little bit of issue here. Gets the plasma beam, very nice. Probably setting up for a spring ball jump over the moat. It's a very nice trick to learn. Gonna get a check on the left side here for Kenny, and it is a powerbomb pack, I think? Yeah, it's probably a powerbomb pack. FreyasSpirit is gonna bail on this idea. This actually might not be good for Kenny, because FreyasSpirit bailing on Rex ship might push them down into Retro Brinstar. Failing CWJ there might push them down into Retro Brinstar. I'm curious if Kenny knows how to gravity jump. They're looking like they're really making some decisions here. Yeah, I thought so. Freyas is gonna run right into the gravity suit. Had they made the CWJ, they would have gone right on through and probably full cleared. Full cleared, oh yeah. Yeah. The logic wanted you to go through, the logic wanted you to go through Forgotten Highway to get, I'm assuming, speed or ice in Rex ship. Because that's all that is available to us logically for, well, technically IBJs are a thing. Correct. Yes, that is correct, Commodore. And Freyas is going to run right into their gravity suit. Bombs are not in logic, because they have not found space jump yet. And there's gravity suit for Freyas. And Kenny's gonna go back down to Kraid. Freyas is technically, if they're able to do the Crystal Flash, they are in go mode. This is a trick that I learned how to do. I highly recommend learning it so you don't have to be stuck looking for speed and ice. But at this point, I would just go mode the seed. Check items on my way. If I don't find speed or ice, that's okay. Definitely not something that that you have to learn. Something very useful if you aren't able to find those two items. Kenny, having the high jump boots, is going to be able to check this item now. Just a missile pack. Kenny is relatively newer to this game, so they might just have reached a point where not sure exactly what the logic wants them to do, and also might not know the tricks required to get around the logic. There's a few things that our runner, that Kenny could do out of logic that they might not know how to do. This is a pretty difficult seed if you don't know how to do lava dives, if you don't know how to do gravity jumps, and of course, just as Chad points out, the Forgotten Highway it lives up to its name. It's forgotten. But we'll see. We cannot find speed or ice where Freyas is going. Really, what's next for Kenny in logic is the highway. So technically speaking, Freyas could run into speed or ice. Just do an out of logic trick to get there. I'm sure Freyas can do the crystal flash clip. I'm sure. I would think so. Will she though? Will they though? That is a fantastic question. It's looking to me like they might. It's looking to me like they might. So everyone get your Pog Champs ready, because this is one of the coolest tricks ever, and definitely something that I am very, very happy that I added to my repertoire. Wait, what's happening here? Oh, of course, damaging themselves down. Yeah, they're going for it. Yeah, gonna remove the suits here. This is an absolute pogger play, guys. I'm telling you, this trick is beautiful. You are going to see a masterpiece trick. It's a super, super cool trick. You can really, in this game, you can put your go mode at spring ball and gravity. Like, you can go so low in this game if you just learn how to do high jumpless lava dive, spring ball jumps, and crystal flash clips. Like, it's amazing what spring ball can do for you. But okay, so what Freyas is gonna do here, for those of you who do not know, they're gonna damage themselves down below 50 health. Don't know if they have any reserves. You need to make sure your reserves are cleared. They're going to line themselves to the right. They're gonna spring ball jump. It's actually a lot easier with spring ball jump. Okay, so they're gonna lay a bomb, and they're going to. Actually, maybe it is better with regular bomb jumps. So I think they might be. Okay, so they're gonna lay a bomb. At the apex of the jump, they're gonna lay a power bomb. When the bomb explodes, they're gonna lay another bomb. And then at the top of the bomb jump, they're going to hold the inputs for a crystal flash, which is L1, R1, and then down and shoot. And they got it! Yes! Somebody clip that. That, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, removes ice and speed from Freyas. They no longer need to find it. They're done. That was fantastic. They just did clip it. Very well done from Freyas. CnEY, on the other hand, where is everything? A clip. Thanks, Swap. Definitely confused. I don't blame Freyas for making that play. It's definitely the play I would have made. Especially if you're comfortable with that clip. Like, if it's something you're not comfortable with, don't go for it. But if you're comfortable with the clip, like Freyas is, for example, was able to get it without having to reset, that's good. That's fantastic. The question is, where is speed? Where is ice? And here we go. Gonna pay Dragon a visit. CnEY is, at this point, gotta be thinking that they forgot something. Yeah, as you can see, they're checking item locations they've already checked before. Gotta be feeling really confused. Checking their map. Did I skip a location? Honestly, we're right there with you, CnEY. The logic, just that one Varia find, really put a wrench in the logic. We still haven't found speed, and all of the really big major progression items we found were locked behind that Varia suit. Is the wall jump on the right side of the moat in logic to get to wreck ship with high jump boots? Yes. Without high jump boots, no. Your logical access to wreck ship is gravity alone through Forgotten Highway, gravity plus IBJ across the moat, gravity plus high jump boots, grapple alone, space jump alone, or speed booster alone. But for this particular seed, the answer to your question is no. CnEY is feeling very lost, as FreyasSpirit is going to be making their way. Just realize that they're not going to be able to exit that way. Gonna have to exit through the pits. SMRAT logic knows Forgotten Highway. Yeah, we may never see ice or speed on Freya's side. For sure we won't see it on Freya's side. We might see it in the credits. This is a tough seed. It's a tough seed. To read this seed. This is why it's dangerous sometimes to break logic. You gotta really be cautious. You gotta read it. You gotta know where you found things, how you found it, and what that means for other things. If you find an item that's locked behind wave, you know that that item can't lead you to wave if it's what's native to locking. Like, for example, if you found gravity at wave gate, you know you can't find wave at anywhere in Meridia, for example. If you found Varia at Wavegate, you can't find Wave Beam anywhere in Norfair. Except Bubble Mountain Right if you found Speed Booster. It's like logic is half the battle for these races. Yeah, Dark Grid is the one who rolled this seed. I believe Dark Grid left us. I am on tracking now. Dark Grid had no obligation to stay here. So they headed out, and I took everything else over. Okay. Again, Kenny is... Man, yeah, that... Oh. Thank you, Swap. I didn't even notice. This is definitely something that everyone here learning this game needs to keep in mind. Forgotten Highway. Forgotten Highway. It can really trip up runners, especially if you don't know how to... Oh, but Kenny gets the jump. So they knew how to do that. That's nice. Do you remember Forgotten Highway? No. Never. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Alright, so FreyasSpirit's gonna be taking on Fantoon, their final boss. We'll probably be going for a Doppler method here. 2 missiles, 2 missiles. Gonna manipulate the movement here. Very nicely done. Oh, and there's space jump. Okay, so that means Kenny's Kenny is not happy with that find. Okay, so let's think logically here. That means Grapple Beam or Speed Booster is somewhere in Meridia. Somewhere in Meridia. Excuse me, no. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, no. If the Forgotten Highway comes into Wreck Ship. No. Backtrack what I said. This, backtrack everything I said, pretend I didn't say it. Speed and Grapple Beam can still be here, because we still have logical access through Forgotten Highway. See, I forgot about it, guys. Forgotten Highway. Yeah, Amadeus, Kenny was trolled pretty hard by, some of the pretty difficult logic that was thrown at these runners. We found Gravity, we found Varia sequence broken at early supers, and we still have yet to find Speed Booster, so they have been running on out of logic Varia, which led them to high jump boots, bombs, wave beam, spring ball. So much was found out of logic, so it's just been really messing with the runners' heads. Very nice spring ball jump across the moat. And with that, FreyasSpirit is gonna be heading to Torian. And that's also a very important to note that Freyas actually Crystal Flash clipped a Botwoon. So we still do not know where Ice or Speed is. We think they may be here, given we had logic access through. It's gonna be really interesting if we find Grapple, speed, space, and grapple, speed, space in here. Because CnEY might have been thinking, hey, I might need grapple, I might need space, I might need speed to get logic to wreck ship. When all three are probably in wreck ship, it's a rough place to have them for sure. So I'm curious if Freyas might be what Freyas might be looking for. Maybe some more ammo. Does not have ice. So might just be checking this item here. They did check the back of Gauntlet, so they at least know it's a Spazer and a super pack back there. So I'm reckoning this is going to be speed booster right here, guys. Speed booster incoming. Darn. Next item's gonna be speed. Quote me. Get the quotes ready. The quotation marks. Next item. Get those quotes ready. No. Alright, so Freyas is making their way down to Turian. It's fine, you said next item. Hey, there you go. Alright, so we gotta do 3 power bombs per Metroid here. You can group them together and just do 3 all at once. And here we go. There's a 1, and a 2, and a 3. We're gonna get a check here at wrecked ship E-tank. I do think this one's bound to be something. Next item is going to be past my bedtime. Ooh, charge beam. Yeah, it is currently 3:12 a.m. More quotations. Okay. New thing. The next 3 items. On the 3rd item, that will be speed booster. Quote me. Freyas making good work with the power bombs here. Going to move into the final Metroid room and go. Has everything they need to do a baby skip. Will most likely pull that off. Hey, Dirksu. Oh, right. Let's see. 1, 2, yeah, that would make sense. Electing not to go for... they probably are going to have to refill anyway, so why not? Alright, here we go. This is going to be grapple beam. I meant missiles beams. And Freyas is going to get... I'm just swinging and a missing here. This is like one of those weekly challenge type seeds right here, guys. This is intense. Missiles beam. So with Spring Ball, this is a super easy check. Gonna lay a power bomb here and super pack. Yeah, I was also going to point out, Dirksu, that your emote that emote there, what Burnin says, literally described what I thought that was. I was like, wait, what? Alright. Gonna get a check at missile in the sky, and it is 3, 2, 1. E-tank, where's the speed booster? There's like the spots in which the speed booster can be quickly dwindling. Hey, Tillymorph, welcome to the stream. Another E-tank. Okay, so we're looking at final 2 items in Wreck Ship. Freyas can miss 4 supers. If I did my math correctly, I didn't quite see how many supers they had, but I think they can miss 4. Ooh, there's 1. Doing a very good job. Oof. And that should be it. Okay, so we're going bowling. Yeah, that was a very nice fight. We have 2 items left. Could you imagine if it's grapple beam and it wanted you to go to Shack Tool for speed booster? What? Yeah, Freyas did a crystal flash clip. Oh no! What's it gonna be? Everyone drum roll. Grrr. Drum roll, baby, let's go! What's it gonna be? What? Wait, what? What? What is happening? Oh! Right, they have power bombs now. Excuse me, not power bombs. They have space jump now. So CnEY now has logical access to the rest of Meridia. But dang, that, like, logically speaking though, that's a super late Varia. That's a super late Varia. Yeah, still needs speed or ice to be able to complete the game, because I'm pretty certain CnEY cannot crystal flash clip. That's definitely one of those tricks that not a lot of people know. It's very punishing if you miss it, because it wastes a lot of time. But with space jump, with the acquisition of space jump, we have now the back end of Meridia open to us. I'm still hoping we find. Ooh, we also have X-ray. We also have X-ray. But Freyas takes out Mother Brain 3, and we're heading to the escape, y'all. About ready to finish this matchup. Probably a real good sub 115. As CnEY is gonna check X-ray. This could very well be our space booster. And it's supers! Okay, so it's locked away in Meridia. This seed, I'm praying it's grapple beam and speed boosters at Shack Tool. That'd be dope. Super booster. And Freyas is making the quickest escape possible with the lack of speed. Why do you hate people, Jay? Who wronged you? I just thought it would be kind of interesting. No one watched Freyas credits, right? We need to be surprised. I'm turning Freyas stream off when they end Kappa. Just kidding. Although I kind of do just want to keep the hype up, because I'm pretty sure CnEY will finish this out, and we need to be in this together. We've been here from the beginning. We need to know where in the world is our speed booster? Oh, Freyas is gonna go and save the animals. Pretty swag way to end the match. There they go. Be free. Enjoy fusion. And here we go. Freyas is ending it up. Ooh, we got the sync door transition. That was nice. And here we go with an official SRL time. FreyasSpirit has finished in first place with a 1 hour, 14 minute, 19 seconds. A big GG. And Kenny has forfeited from the race officially. So we may never know where ice or speed is. Just kidding. Looking forward to credits. But that was a hard-fought match by Kenny. Just sticking with it, you know, rechecking locations. Alright, we're gonna pull Kenny in. Kenny, welcome.
Hey, yeah. I made some really bad decisions. Also, I'm just going to mute my mic on my own stream so that we don't happen to get any crosstalk. I made some really bad decisions. Namely, I kept going back to Norfair when Speed could not possibly be in Norfair because Varia was in a place that requires Speed Booster and Logic.
Exactly.
The reason... So yeah, I think the first time I went to Norfair, I was basically just thinking like, well, there might be something cool here, let's check. Nope. And then the second time I went to Norfair, it was because I was struggling to think of things that I hadn't checked yet that should be in Logic, and I was just like, oh, I remember I could technically have checked the left side of the room after Croc, which actually I'm not even sure whether that's in Logic, because I realized that the usual high jump for that also requires Speed Booster.
Right.
But I got over there anyway, and it didn't have anything. Also, I have an important question about Logic.
Go for it. I am your guy.
Because I didn't realize this was possible, but I suspect it is in Logic. Is Wrecked Ship in Logic with Gravity plus High Jump?
Yes, but...
Okay.
But you found High Jump out of Logic. So, you did not
Right, that was a wave.
Correct. So
where was I supposed to go?
Exactly. So you're now limited, correct? One thing that you should keep in mind, you're limited for Logic because of basically all of your progression was found locked behind Varia. And you found
Ice Beam was
Varia...
at Reserve Tank Meridia. I'm reading the things now. Reserve Tank Meridia had Ice Beam. Plasma was... Oh, wait, I did find... Where was Speed, though?
I missed it. Did anyone catch it?
Speed was behind Shack.
Yes! Shack Tool, baby! Let's go! Poggers! Yeah!
So I should have... So the correct play for... I was about to go to Lower Norfolk, but the correct play would have actually been to return to Meridia and do all of the checking.
Oh my gosh. Did anyone check and see where Grapple was? Where was Grapple? This is the seed of all seeds. Okay, so your...
This didn't have any 6-letter words. Everybody's superstitions are wrong.
Kenny, your logic was to go Forgotten Highway.
That entered my mind. And actually, at this point, I have Space Jump, again, out of Logic, because Red Ship was out of Logic, but that's where I found it. So I could have gone into Meridia from either side, but I was like, let me just do Ridley and see what happens.
Technically, Wreck Ship was in Logic the moment you found Gravity.
Wait, really?
Yes, because of Forgotten Highway.
Oh, in other words, go all the way into Meridia. Wait, How would you... Alright, hang on. How do you get to Forgotten Highway? Does that not require going through Mount Everest? I'm drawing a blank here.
Okay, so here's how it's gonna work out. You go up to the door, or you go where the tube is. Okay, break the tube. You go up one door, go right a door, shoot the green gate, go right a screen, right a screen, right a screen, right a screen, power bomb the floor.
That's where all the pants from everything stuff is,
correct.
Sort of thing? Or
power
what?
bomb the floor, shoot the... I don't know if it's a green door. Might be a green door. Go up the super long tube, and then boom.
Yeah. It's a green door. Yep.
Yeah. No. That this seed might possibly be the most insane logic I have ever witnessed for SMRAT. This is insane. Okay, so I knew from the moment that you guys got Varia behind supers, we were immediately going to be looking for speed, but it just kept going and going and going. No speed, no speed, no speed. We're just like, what is happening here? And I believe I'm hearing...
Freyas is in green room, by the way.
Freyas is in green. And we are joined by FreyasSpirit. Hello.
Hello.
GG.
Hey.
And we are joined by FreyasSpirit. Hello. Oh.
Hello.
Whoops.
Hey.
GG. We've been asking people where stuff was, and we found out that apparently in Logic, you were supposed to IBJ to criteria power bombs, which is ridiculous.
Where was Bomb? I didn't catch where that was.
Bombs were in Lower Norfair.
Oh.
Wait.
So actually, I was going the right way, technically, eventually, after I went out of Logic like 2 or 3 times.
Wait. So if bombs were in Lower Norfair, then how were you supposed to get to the wreck ship in Logic?
Forgotten Highway.
Yeah, we were just talking about that part.
Wait. Seriously? You were supposed
Correct.
to...
Your logic was the moment you found gravity, go to Forgotten Highway, which would then... Wait, where was Grapple again?
Criteria power bombs.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What the heck? I need to pop this one into the solver and figure this one out. But that's...
Yeah, we really want to see what the order that it recommends.
Yeah, I've seen some, there and back agains with the intended logic, but this takes the cake.
Forgotten Highway to wreck ship after getting gravity. That is a new one.
What's funny is I had gone to wreck ship out of logic using high jump plus gravity and found space jump in the Dead Spikes room. And I was almost contemplating going Forgotten Highway back to Meridia, but I was like, I'm going to go to Ridley next, and then we'll see what the heck happens with Speed Boost. But...
Okay, I figured it out. Here it goes. Chat just reminded me of something. Okay, you found... By the way, this is for anyone who's joining this. They found their first powerbomb at BT. They then expected you to go from BT down to Billy Mays to get gravity. From gravity, you then had to go up through Forgotten Highway to get space jump. From there, from wreck ship, you had to use space jump to get to criteria power bombs to get grapple beam. From there, you had to go back to Meridia to go to Shack Tool to get speed. From there, you had to take speed all the way to early supers to get Varia. And then from there, oh my god, and from there, you already know it's just wild.
Man.
Wow.
That is some jacked up logic, fam.
I'm glad I forfeited because I would have never finished.
It's just whack. That's some whack stuff right there.
Yeah, so for us, we messed up our power bomb count, so we weren't able to check Billy Mays early. So gravity was our go mode item. We found gravity and went straight to the crystal flash clip.
Yeah, that crystal flash clip was poggers. We clipped that for sure. And just
I was gonna say, what did you do without? You didn't have speed or ice, so yeah, I guess that was your only option.
To clarify a question in chat. So
I'm gonna
previously, the admins and I and the moderators thought that trick was out of logic. The jump to Billy Mays. We brought that up to the admins to clarify. They say it was actually in logic, but they are rewriting the logic to put gravity and space jump for logical access to Billy Mays. That won't change what is in logic for the tournament, but for future stuff, gravity and space jump at least will be considered in the logic for Billy Mays, because that jump is not the most accessible jump for newer players.
It's a little tight. It's easier without high jump. I'm
Correct.
assuming it's supposed to be possible with high jump, but I was just like, nope, I'm turning that off now.
Yeah, I always turn it off. Either space jump with a space jump through the door, or gravity to, jump from the bottom up. But yeah.
Here's one question about the logic for you. We noticed that you aren't forcing morph to be at vanilla location, which means that if morph isn't there, you have to be either getting speed booster, space jump, or high jump, or ice.
Correct.
All of which are significant progression items at the beginning.
Correct. So if your first item is not morph, logically, for the most part, it is going to be ice. We see a lot of ice as our first items. Your next best is space jump. After that, high jump boots. That is, speed booster is almost never there. Like, the logic doesn't really put that there first a lot of the time, but most of the time it's ice. Like, we see a lot of ice as first items.
I feel like I've seen space jump the most, but yeah, I've seen plenty of ice too.
So in logic, where is there any restrictions on where suits can be?
Yeah, so for example, gravity and Varia will never be in lower Norfair. Varia will never be in any heated room except Bubble Mountain Right if you have Speed Booster. That's the only heated room you pass through between Bubble and Frog Speedway.
Okay,
so that's a very important logical tidbit, that Varia can be found on right side Bubble Mountain if you have speed.
Yeah.
What about early game? Can you find gravity at, say, alpha missiles?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You can theoretically find both suits, one at Awakening Missiles and one to the right of E-Tank in the ceiling.
Wasn't there a seed once that had both suits in Billy Mays or something?
Yeah, that happened once too.
Yeah, this race was a lot of fun. The last seed felt more miserable, but this seed this seed was just fun.
For someone who knows how to do things out of logic, sure. For me, this one was more miserable than the last one. Like, if you go by the logic, this one was like the worst one that people have seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that one was definitely a wild one. Definitely one to keep a hold of and send to your friends. No, it was really fun to watch because we were just waiting for, like, when you found that Kenny found gravity like way before you did, Freyas, and we were just like, well, where's speed? But where's space jump?
Yeah.
Where's grapple beam? Like, where are these things that are going to help Kenny actually use this gravity suit? It just wasn't there. It just, the logic was just so complex, and it was very interesting.
Yeah, I definitely didn't. I underestimated how many things I could have possibly accessed in Meridia without having to climb Mount Everest, because at the time I was there, I didn't have the ability to do that. But also, what did we say? Speed was behind Shacktool?
Correct.
Yeah, so that would not have happened for a long time, given where you said the grapple was, which was landing site, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay, so before I ask for your last comments, I'm going to make an announcement that's already been announced before in a previous match, but I just want to let everyone know of a super exciting thing that is going to happen this Thursday. We have a 4-way super hype exhibition match between Zosty, Asder, Sloters, and Fuzda. But wait, there's more. Our commentary team is a legendary combination of Oats and Goats and Just Defend. So it is something you most definitely do not want to miss. It's 5:30 p.m. Eastern, Thursday, February 28th. So this Thursday. It's going to be using SMRAT seeds. So you could theoretically see a seed like this.
Oh boy.
And 4 high top tier runners with high top tier commentators breaking it down all for you. It's going to we have a legendary tracker. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's TBD, to be determined for the legendary tracker. Yeah, no. Oh, but we do have Swap Space, our lovely restreamer, who will be restreaming that match. So big thanks, big props to him. Okay, so definitely want to be there. It'll be on Speedrunners Arena main channel. So this one.
That sounds absolutely amazing.
Does it? Not, like what? Like really? It's awesome. Like just the commentators and the runners. It's super cool that we were able to put this all together. And I'm super hyped. Super hyped. Any final comments from our two runners here?
This seed was so much fun. Thank you so much for making this tournament. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm glad. This actually, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is now Freya's second win. Is that correct?
Yeah, so Freya's moving on.
Okay, so Freya's officially will be moving on to the next round, and that puts Kenny down into the alternative winners bracket, is what we like to call it.
The off-brand winners bracket.
The off-brand winners bracket. That actually means, if I take a quick look,
I don't know if we know who I'd be up against yet.
Yeah, FreyasSpirit will be facing the winner between Azulno and Toasty. And Kenny, let's see, 54, loser. 54.
Wow, shoutouts to the waiver that just randomly joshed me when I was standing around doing nothing. And there's one stuck in the ceiling here, too. That's pretty cool.
Okay, and actually, Kenny will be facing Jargle. So that would actually be a pretty hype match. Jargle's still in the tournament. I know they got their computer fixed. I hope they're still in it.
I was going to say, I thought they were out of commission. I think they said something about setting up a laptop. I didn't know if that was going to enable them to continue.
I think they may have gotten that set up, because I honestly think a Kenny versus Jargle would be a super hype. But yeah, Freyas, are you looking forward to either facing, I don't remember who I said, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, Toasty or Azulno, you looking forward to any of those?
Yeah.
Toasty.
Every match in this tournament is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be so hype, and it just gets better and better and better the further it goes. But yeah, Toasty is currently one.
In SM only random tournament, and because the first random tournament in the middle of it is when we started speedrunning, so.
Oh, nice.
This is just wonderful.
Yeah, for sure. GG. Toasty is 1 game up on Azulno currently. So we'll see how that continues. A little bit of upcoming races. We have 3 races tomorrow. 3 p.m. Eastern, we have match 1, round 1 between Shalashliska and Plot 27. That'll be on Speedrunners Arena. I'll be commentating that one. And we have a 4 p.m. Eastern match, Travatox versus Glacia Suzo. That's a round 2, match 1. And at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have Commodore versus Maniacal 42. That's a match 2, round 2. All those last 2 are to be determined for channel and stuff like that. But yeah, okay. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. GG to Freyas, GG to Kenny.
Yep.
Crazy Seed.
GG.
Love you all, and hope you guys have a fantastic day. We'll be
see you, everybody.
ending now, so goodbye, everybody.